Leopard gecko finish her shed with me.
She has a little bit of a stuck shed on her nose, and you can see on her foot.
So, leopard geckos shed their skin about once a month, and unlike other reptiles, leopard geckos actually eat the shedding. This is to recycle nutrients lost in the skin, which is actually very smart. And not only that, leopard geckos shed mostly at night since they're most active at dawn and dusk, so you'll most likely never see them shed their skin. I was lucky when she first started to shed her skin with me because I was up during the time she decided to start doing it, and I actually got to watch, and it's a very fascinating process. So today I'm using the sauna method with her because that will just loosen everything up and make everything a little less stressful for her. The sauna method is basically just warm water with a closed container and a paper towel.
I'm not going to completely seal it because this lid has a double seal. I'm going to leave her in there for about 10-15 minutes.
So I've actually never had a problem with her when she sheds, so I was very surprised when she had this much shed stuck on her. She's usually is able to get it all off on her own, and I noticed her getting a little pale over a few days, which signaled her shedding, and I found her working on her shed around 8 o'clock in the morning. That's unusual for my gecko because mine usually does her shed around midnight, but I left her alone for a little over 24 hours after I knew she was done, and with this much shed stuck on her, specifically with her feet, I knew I should step in so that no blood circulation would be lost to her toes. For all those people who get highly anxious, this is not hurting her. I'm being very gentle, and as you can see, she's still able to struggle if she wants to. I'm just holding her this way so that she's secure and steady, and so that if she struggles, I don't drop her. I decided to give her a break with the nose because she was getting very frustrated with it, so I decided to just move on with her feet. And with her feet, you can tell it was a lot easier. One of them was already clean from her just pure struggle. It just rubbed off. And the other one was a little bit more difficult, but I didn't even use my tweezers. I just used my fingers to carefully rub on her foot, almost like a foot massage, just carefully rubbing it off, letting her walk, carefully pulling on it. Since it was so much shed, I didn't need to use my tweezers. So once that was off, I finally decided to go back to her nose, and she was not happy about it. Here you can even see that she opened her mouth to try and bite me. When a leopard gecko tries to bite you like this, it's usually them saying, "I'm not comfortable, back off, mom, why you're doing this to me?" So I decided to let her calm down and let that shed get a little bit softer by putting her back in the sauna for a few more minutes. I brought her back to it, and you can see that the shed finally came off. And once all of her shed was gone, and I was sure of that, she was able to go back to the warmth of her home enclosure.